They don't even know that. All they know is the pain, the hurt, their pain. All they know is the words that Jeremiah used in the beginning of chapter 3. All those words. Go through there and circle it sometime. If you want something to pray about, go through Jeremiah and go through Lamentations and circle all the woe is me words that he uses and start praying over those words to change your life situations. And I guarantee you, God will start bringing people to mind. You use, they're wasting away, they're shattered, they're bitterness, hardships, and darkness. They feel dead, they can't get out, they cry, they feel shut out. I guarantee as you start praying some of those, Lord, who's shut out in my life? Who feels like, God, you're not even listening to them anymore? I guarantee you God will start going, well, aunt, uncle, friend, neighbor, store clerk, wait, look the way they looked at you. Oh, the person you sat next to in church. Well, God is so wise and so smart. Certain times and certain ways he may go. I need you to pray for your leaders. Because they feel this way. Here's Jeremiah, a prophet. A man that spent time with God. That loved God. That knew God. That spoke with God. Was beat down by the world and everything he saw. He had to be reminded that God loved him. He had to be reminded that God is in control. I put you on the spot. When was the last time you prayed for our pastor? Because every pastor in every church is human. They go through the same stuff you do. So it's as easy as a hashtag. I feel like I'm getting beat up right now. Oh, Lord, if pastor feels like he's getting beat up, well, help him through. Speak to him extra clear. Change him. What if you hashtagged all your prayers with help our church, help our pastor, help the people of our church? That's what Lamentations is all about. That's what Jeremiah is doing. He's praying to a God of the nation of Israel that has been wiped out, that has been destroyed. And he goes, this is how I feel. So sometimes we're afraid to go to God and tell him, God, right now, this life you give me just stinks. Because this happened, that happened, that happened. We forget to tell him the truth. We are. But he knows our heart. So if we feel that way, we might as well give it to him so that we can be changed and transformed to go. He says, really? Is it really that bad? What did I do for you this morning? What did I do for you last night? What's going to happen in a couple weeks? And he changes and transforms because we were honest with him. If we're not honest with him and we're not honest with ourselves, we'll never hear him.
Yeah, he doesn't mind us yelling at him.
No, he doesn't.
He really doesn't.
Because he knows it anyway. Scripture says he knows our thoughts before we even think them. So why do we lie to him? And I know he loves us so much, so I know he's not going up there, you're the father of lies. How dare you pray lies to me? And I know he doesn't do that. He said, I got to send Rhoda over to love them again because they're having a bad time. They forgot all about me. And however that situation happens, you're right. Thank you for that note. Thank you for that phone call. Thank you for doing this or that or the other. And it just brought me back to what reality is and not the facts.
I like it when he, because he's so real.
Yeah.
I mean, he says, I remember my afflictions, my wanderings.
Yeah.
But then he keeps going down. Then he says, but yet I call to mind how great my Father's love is for me.
Yeah.
And that's the way we should do too.
Yeah. I mean, you guys can go back to, let's see, 1, 2, 3. 3 of you have lost your spouse. You can go back to that time and the emotions that you went through. You wasn't going, yay! You had real human emotions of pain and hurt and whatever else you guys felt. But you had to remember, God to take care of me. And those emotions didn't go away. They slowly started to be changed and transformed to what God said about the situation. I'll see them again. I'll spend eternity with them. They just got there before me. And that's what Jeremiah is doing. How do we look at our circumstances? Do we look at the circumstances? That's bad.